Only a few rays of light peek through the small window in the lobby stairwell door as you descend the unlit stairwell. A cacophony of sound flows from the other side, breaking of wood and glass, a woman screaming, sirens blaring, a man yelling orders to fire, a loud grunting of what you can only assume are more zombies. You step through the door, and you see a riot of activity. On the right of the stairwell door, 2 corpses lie still on the ground, a young woman in a tan and green sundress, and an older male in a business suit, whose head is half torn away. To your left, the lobby opens up with a plush leather couch and chairs, towering plants and central fountain. Its beauty is in direct contrast to the rest of the lobby, which shows an aftermath of the battle of zombies versus man. Dead bodies are scattered about, all shapes and sizes of corpse. At least a dozen in count. Humans lie with their throats ripped open, entrails spilled out, limbs twisted in angles, and expressions of horror on their frozen, dead faces. Standing at the east side, trapped behind a counter, formerly used as a reception area, are 2 young women using brooms to fend off advancing zombies dressed as bike messengers. To the north is an office with a placard reading Brad Spencer. Deep gore marks are displayed across the office door. Lying in front of it is a handsome man in charcoal grey suit, with his leg badly injured and a pool of deep crimson blood creeping out of the wound on his thigh. That's his artery done. The south side has triple glass doors, used as the building's main entrance. 2 policemen stand on the street side holding the doors closed, automatic rifles in hands. You realise they must be controlling who goes in and out. It may be difficult to get by them without helping the women. It might be difficult to get by them without helping the women fighting off the zombies or helping the man by the manager's office. You notice the electricity must be on again as the elevators are lit up. You curse silently, considering your ordeal you've had taking the stairs. What is your next course of action? Yeah, but if we had waited for the elevator to start up again, then you might have got trapped. I help the women fighting off the zombie. I love the illustrations. Actually pretty decent. You move towards the reception area to gain a better view of the action. The zombie bike messenger is a skin-tight red and black racing suit. He appears almost comical as his helmet is strapped across his back, bouncing as he chases his potential victims. You consider the bad luck he had of having gear to protect his head but not using it. A large circular piece of flesh and skull is missing from the back of his cranium. You hear his soft hum of his MP3 player on full blast as the earbuds dangle around. The 2 women are in their early 20s and dressed as if they were coming from a jog. And you formulate a scenario in your head in which the 2 women were casually jogging down the street and the biker stopped to flirt with them, only to progress to the current situation. "Mindy, he's coming to your left," screams the taller redhead, her ponytail flailing around like blades of a windmill. "I got him, Candice," says the shorter woman. She has jet black hair and a pixie cut. You admire the shape of the hairdo and how it frames her face, momentarily forgetting they are in the fight of their lives. What? How vapid is this person? Candice and Mindy are playing a game of merry-go-round with the zombie as he's chasing them in a circle around the receptionist's counter. Each has a long broom, which they thrust in to keep him away if he gets too close. You wonder why they have made no attempt to leave through the lobby exit and wonder if the police have anything to do with it. Nope, no tackling. maybe shooting, but they're running around. Yeah? Let's shoot it. Try it. The zombie circles back around to the receptionist's desk to the lobby side. You aim and fire it before it crosses behind the desk. From this distance it's hard to miss, and you rip a hole into its back. Why am I not aiming for the head? This is really frustrating. He crumples to the ground and has a look of shock on his face, as if wondering who shot him. You walk forward and fire once more, this time in the head, and liquefy the ex-bike messenger's brain. Mindy and Candice run over. "Thanks so much for your help," says Mindy. She breathes hard and inhales deeply, then shakes out her legs and arms. "Yeah, that was amazing," said Candice. "I can't believe no one else helped us." Mindy looks around, then says sarcastically, "Yes, and all these dead people didn't lift a finger." Hilarious, Mindy. Well done. Congrats. "You must be exhausted from running around so much." "He was chasing us for 20 minutes. By the way, I'm Mindy and this is Candice." I can't say it. It's the most stupid name ever. "Nice to meet you. I'm Bonnie." Well, I can't say much. I'm Bonnie. We should get out of here. The police wouldn't let us get by with that zombie running around. So why don't they come in and help? That's ridiculous. "What is your next course of action?" I search the body of the young woman. "Yeah, let's go pickpocketing." The woman is mid-30s with brown hair and green eyes that almost match the colour of her dress. She has a Coach handbag. A Coach handbag? What on earth is that? By her side with sparse contents: lipstick, eyeliner pen, a hairbrush, a broken cell phone, several scratch-off lottery tickets. You see no marks on her body. There is no rise and fall of her chest to denote breathing, and you hear no heartbeat. The only thing of note is twitching of her left leg. You step back from the body. What is your next course of action? "Shoot her! Shoot her through the face!" Yeah. Search the gentleman. You kneel beside the tall and slender older man in the brown business suit, who is face up and staring at the ceiling with dead glazed eyes. The hole in his head faces you, a brownish meaty mess of bone and flesh with jagged edges. Blood is pooled and appears as a red halo around the dead man's head. His fingers and hands have abrasions, and the ends of his sleeves and jackets closest to his wrists are a deep red and frayed. As you check him closer, you find his left leg is almost 180 degrees turned, so that the kneecap is facing the floor. Ouch! Ow! And a piece of bone near the ankle, similar to the handle of a lollipop, is poking through his pant leg. What? You check his pants pockets and remove $42 in folded bills and a handful of change. What is the point? You can just steal things now. Why would you take this amount of money with you? You're rich so far. This has benefited you financially. Next, you search his vest pockets and find a small gold pocket watch with a chain connecting it to a higher part of his vest. Finally, you check the inner pockets of his suit jacket. Several receipts, a 4x5-inch black notebook, a pack of breath mints. His outer pockets have nothing in them. Something grabs your left leg. You turn and see the woman in the tan green dress sitting up, her eyes blank and mouth open in a snarl. Her yellow hand has latched onto your ankle, which she is using to pull you in. She rises. Blah. Swing your shotgun around and blast her. Oh! Okay, use the multi-tool. Use the multi-tool. Yes. Good. You take out the multi-tool and look through the various tools, settling on the large wire cutters. The woman is in full zombie mode. Full zombie mode, with green marks over her face, arms and legs, and her fingers have turned rigid and sharp, which dig into your flesh. Oh. I'm sure if you get scratched by a zombie, you turn into a zombie, right? Oopsie daisy. All this for a pack of breath mints. Her mouth foams with a brown, thick liquid. Tasty. And she utters indecipherable sounds. You reach over and slide the wire cutters over her index finger. You clip down and hear the snap of bone, a clean break. Pain does not seem to register as she continues to pull. At this stage, you realise her legs are not moving, but her torso is swivelling in place, like some injury has paralysed her elbow. Her elbow. God. Paralysed her below the waist prior to the infection setting in. You clip her middle finger and ring finger, and her grip is now loose enough for you to pull your ankle free. You stand and move backwards away from her. Due to her paralysation, she is unable to chase you. The blood splatter has stained your left pant leg. Your ankle feels tender and wet. You check it to find the skin where she grabbed you has been sliced open and fake fingernails are embedded in the flesh. You pry them out and press your pant leg against the skin to try and apply some degree of pressure to stop the blood flow. So if she scratched me with a fake fingernail, does that count? You head back into the centre of the lobby. What is your next course of action? I gotta help the man with the bleeding leg, even though, like, kinda is pointless at this point. You run up to the man on the ground and kneel beside him. He looks up through an expression of pain and says, "Please help me. My leg." You're Brad, right? Okay, I'm going to check your leg to see how bad it is. You rip open his pant leg to find a badly bruised thigh and a shin with no sign of broken bones or deep cuts on the top. It bleeds from several areas, mostly from some kind of wound under his left thigh. You attempt to move him to inspect the wound, but he cries out in pain and pushes your hands away. There's a first aid kit in my office. Bottom drawer. Please. Need something for the pain. Stop the bleeding. I mean, yeah, you should make a tourniquet first, but that says bandage. Is that the same thing? I don't know. You help Brad out of his coat and rip its pieces into long strands. You look over each visible wound and tie a length of cloth around it, tight enough to compress the wound without stopping the blood flow. No, you need to stop the blood flow, stupid ass. This suit's turning out to be $1,000 pile of bandages, Brad says, and is cut short as he grimaces in pain. He breathes rapidly as you bandage his wounds. These bandages should do the job until we get you to a hospital, you say, but we're going to need a splint if we want you to walk out of here. You search the lobby and locate a pile of broken furniture with hard pieces of wood. You select a 2-foot piece and head back to Brad. He is not moving, does not appear to be breathing, and his eyes are fixed with small pupils. You check his throat and find no pulse. His skin is yellow and green. Dots are forming all over his face and hands. Well, we tried. Marks for trying. You take a few steps back and watch in horror as the transformation At the transformation, the green dots reshape into large lesions and spread at an alarming rate, as if a ripple in a pond from a stone. Having another zombie running around this lobby seems like a terrible idea. You consider your options. Disable Brad. Disable him. Kill Brad. Yeah, let's kill Brad. It's only a matter of time before Brad becomes a zombie. Brad. You remember the old saying? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of getting your throat bitten. I do not remember that idiom. Or whatever it's called. Prophecy. The thing that the Chinese have. Or something like that. Anyway, Brad is already dead and you want to keep him that way. You unsling your weapon and stand over the body. You don't want to shoot the gun and make a considerable amount of noise. You are mindful of a need to conserve ammunition, so you decide to be more physical with the weapon. You grip the barrel firmly with both hands and batter Brad's head in with the end of the shotgun. You take 3 even swings to crack his skull open. A spray of blood smears the wall, which sticks to the surface and congeals, like drops of gum rather than running down the wall, as liquid does. Fun! That just happened. Next, you return to the centre of the lobby. Try to reach Emma through cell phone. You find a secluded area of the lobby and take out the cell phone. Only 20% charge remains, and the display shows low connectivity in your location. You dial Emma's cell phone number. After a long series of beeps and screeches, it connects. This is an automated message from Prime Telecommunications. We are experiencing an unusual number of calls at this time. Your call cannot be processed. Please try again shortly. You hang up and try again immediately. Busy signal. You try several more times and either get a busy signal or an automated message. You may have better luck once you get out of the apartment building. You return to the middle of the lobby. What is your next course of action? Well, there is only one course of action, isn't there? The triple doors are tall glass with gold-coloured frames and door handles. They are locked shut, and as you approach, the 2 policemen... Do you mind, computer, interrupting me all the time? Jeez. The 2 policemen on the opposite side point to you and wave. They are dressed in full battle gear, with Kevlar vests and pads over their shins and thighs. You cannot hear what they are saying through the glass, but you realise they are being ordered to back away. You are being ordered to back away. Excuse me. You knock on the window and point at the door handle to get them to open it. The taller African-American soldier waves you back again, but the smaller policeman points his M16 assault rifle in your direction. You mouth the words, "Open the door!" The taller policeman takes out his keys and unlocks the doors. I'm Officer Murdoch, and this is my partner Briggs. Murdoch and Briggs. No one is getting out of here while the curfew is on, and those things are running around the city, he says as he cracks open the door. You raise your hands up to show that you are not threatening in any way. And explain you need to reach your sister. Explain you're a scientist and need to reach the government. Oh yeah, I could do that. No, I'm not going to flirt. That's just long. Could use Candice. No, I'm going to go with the scientist. You step up to the glass door. Officer, I'm a research scientist. Embellish your research and lie about having a cure. Explain honestly. Yeah, let's do honesty. Oh, we should have grabbed the bloody files. Clear your throat. And my research is incredibly important because the work I can do directly be used. Can directly be used for a cure. I work in gene therapy, which involves taking viruses, making them benign. then inserting good genes into them. You want to put more viruses in the people? Asked Briggs. No, we make the viruses beneficial to people instead of harmful. Murdoch shifts in his feet. Do you have any proof? You realise your research files are upstairs in the apartment, but you have no desire to trek back up to get them. You have made it this far and you need to figure out another way to get past these policemen. Use Candice. Oh wait, I got a buttload of cash, haven't I? I don't know if they're really interested in money at this point. Let's try Candice. Sorry, officer. Be right back. You say and step backwards. You turn around to Candice. Okay, I'm going to stop calling her that. Candice and Mindy, who are in the front lobby sitting on the edge of the large water fountain. Candice washes some dirt off her left leg with water from the fountain, and Mindy stands up as you step near. The policeman won't let us out, you say. That's crap, says Mindy, hands on her hips. They can't keep us locked in here like criminals. Mindy, calm down. Bonnie probably has a plan to, get us out past the police. You tell Candice and Mindy to distract to flirt with them. I have absolutely no bloody clue. Distract. Distract is always handy. Candice and Mindy nod in agreement and move close to the door. I'll pretend I'm hurt. I'll pretend I'm hurt, said Mindy, and you can ask for help from the cops. Well, I took a few acting classes in college, so maybe I should pretend to be hurt, says Candice. Fine, whatever, says Mindy and throws her hands up. Candice tumbles to the ground and closes her eyes. Mindy runs up to the glass and bangs on them. Help, help, she's hurt. The police look at each other, then Murdoch opens the door and steps in. She just collapsed, said Mindy, and stands behind Murdoch in the way to block his view from the glass doors. Has she been bitten? Asked Murdoch, his hands hovering over Candice. No, she just collapsed. I think she's dehydrated. Briggs walks in and blocks the glass door. Hey Briggs, get us some water for this girl, hurry, yells Murdoch. Briggs frowns and runs off to the other side of the lobby. The glass door is wide open now, and you can see the city outside beckoning. Heading to the city. We can't. No. I feel bad leaving them behind, but they're kind of annoying, so bye. You walk through the door, keeping your eye on the situation, and slip out through the door. Door. Briggs is nowhere in sight, and Murdoch kneels over Candice. It would be great to take your two new friends along, but your sister is your top priority. You keep steady and quiet, walking down the side of the building. At the edge of the glass door, you spot Mindy turning towards you, raising her hands and an angry expression on her face. You sprint towards the corner and leave the building behind you. Oh bollocks, it's gonna come back to bite me.